Welcome to my Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Kennedy. I would like to welcome my friend here, Chanel, who is going to be helping me deliver this important lesson. But before we get into our lesson, let's start by sanitizing. Let's squeeze our hands inside and outside, in between fingers. Yes. Let's make sure we are maintaining this social distance. It's important. And let's put on our masks. Right, our today's lesson is going to be about gender and diminutives. Gender and diminutives. Okay, let's turn our books to, on page 3, where we are talking about gender and diminutives. One may want to know, what is gender? Yes, gender is a noun for male and female people or animals. Masculine nouns are words for men, boys, and male animals. I understand you still remember that during the last lessons, you talked about nouns, and you were defining nouns as names of things, names of people, names of places. You talked about proper and common nouns. Feminine nouns are words for women, girls, and female animals. Those are feminine nouns. Masculine nouns are words for men, boys, and male animals. You must note this or understand, remember this. Every person or animal is identified by being male or female. Without it, we could not know its gender. I would like to give you examples of what we are talking about. Let's start with the bridegroom. Bridegroom is the masculine. Bride is the feminine. King, masculine. Queen, feminine. Actor, masculine. Actress, feminine. Father is the masculine, and mother is the feminine. So we are saying you can identify a person by his or her gender. Let's go to animals. Rooster. We are now talking about animals. Rooster is masculine. Hen is the feminine, the female. Bull, cow. Ram, ewe. Stallion, mare. Let's now go to common gender. There are other things that use the same gender noun, whether it's male or female, whether it's a male person or a female person. They use a common gender noun. They could be either male or female, like what I'm saying. Examples of people are as follows. Doctor. Whether a person is female or male, if he's a doctor, we refer to him or her as a doctor. So the word or the noun doctor is a common noun. It applies to both males and females. Dancer, Scientist, I've heard people saying, my mother is a scientist, my brother is a scientist. So the noun scientist works for both. Artist, engineer, and lawyer. There are also other gender nouns that we refer to as, or we call neuter. They are neither male nor female, like lifeless things, non-living things. You cannot say this table is a male table, or that chair is a female chair. So they are called neuter gender nouns. They are neither male nor female, like lifeless things. For example, a bench, a broom, leaves, wind, floor, or buildings. Now, we need to go on to diminutives. I want to understand that you have grasped or you are understanding the masculine and the feminine nouns. Let's go on to, still on page 3, let's go on to diminutives or diminutive nouns. Diminutive nouns are used for baby people and animals, or we can safely say the young ones of people and the young ones of animals are called diminutive nouns. For example, cattle, the young one of cattle is a calf. The young one of a dog is a puppy. The young one of a lion is a cub. We can go on and on and on listing the adult animals and their young ones. Okay, boys and girls, let's continue. Let's open our books on page 4, where we have got an exercise that we are supposed to be doing. Your duty is to look into the box, the table with nouns. Just pick or write those nouns under the correct heading. For example, let me take mother. I will write it under feminine. Right? So, boys and girls, I think, or I want to understand that you still remember masculine, feminine, common gender, and neuter. So do the rest. Without wasting much of our time, let's turn also our books on page 5, activity 2, where you are supposed to fill in the blanks with the correct masculine or feminine nouns. You are given, either you are given masculine or feminine, so you need to fill the blanks. Number 1 is saying master. Master is masculine, mistress is feminine. So, boys and girls, let's do the rest. Let's continue. Let's turn our books on page 6, where you are supposed to complete the sentences. Fill in the correct masculine or feminine noun in the spaces provided. I will do likewise. Number 1 as an example, the bull and the dash. If I were you, I was going to say, the bull and the cow walked in the field to look for food. Do number 2, 3, 4, 5 for me. I know you are very clever boys and girls. Let's move on to activity 4, where you have to choose from the box below again. Write the correct baby animal. These are diminutives. The baby animal next to the mother animal. We have got fawn, cub, duckling, calf, nestling, kid, baby, gosling, lamb, and fowl. Write these next to their mommy animal. Number 1, we are having a lion or lion. What is the young one of a lion? Obviously, I know you will say a cub. Thank you very much, boys and girls. Let's turn our books on page 8, activity 5. There, we are having a comprehension. But our comprehension has got a lot to do with our today's lesson, where we are talking about diminutives and gender. But I would like to give you another skill for you to be able to understand comprehension passages. What I do is to read the topic first. Our topic is saying a holiday on the farm. A holiday on the farm. Then I will jump to the questions that are given about the comprehension. This will make it easier for you to understand the comprehension. I will read the question number 1 is saying, who did the farm belong to? Is this statement true? The children fought a lot. Number 3, name the 3 places the children look for animals. What was special about the calf? Which animals were aggressive? Where did the children have the most fun? What were they doing on the farm the whole time? What are tadpoles? Write down every gender noun you can find in the story. Write down every diminutive noun you find in the story. Now you know what you have to spot or to look for when you are reading your comprehension. So now I will go on to read my comprehension. A holiday on the farm. The children came from all over the country to stay with Uncle Peter and Aunt Miriam on the farm. The cousins knew each other well and loved being together all the time. It was great fun to run around the farm and look into all the corners and cages. There were many animals kept in the barn too. The cow had a beautiful spotted calf. Under the tree were the chicken family, a rooster, hen, and chicks. All the ducks lives near the pond. Every day, the mother duck takes 5 ducklings for a walk to look for bugs. Aunt Miriam had a beautiful baby girl who slept a lot. So Aunt Miriam did not go to the fields. Uncle Peter said it was dangerous because the herd of elephants had a few cows with them. The elephant bulls and cows were aggressive. The children had the most fun at the pond by the big old tree, while the children were looking for tadpoles. The birds were feeding their nestlings high up in the tree. A whole day would go by while the children caught the tiny tadpoles in their hands and then threw them back so that they could still stay alive in the water. That is our comprehension, boys and girls. So, your task is to read the questions again and go back to the comprehension For example, number one is saying, who did the farm belong to? I will go back to my first lines, where he's saying the children came from all over the country to stay with Uncle Peter and Aunt Miriam. So that's how we look for the answers. Thank you so very much, boys and girls. Okay, boys and girls, I want to believe that you gained a lot when we are talking about gender and the diminutives. I want to understand that you are now able to identify diminutives, to identify masculine nouns and the feminine nouns. You are also able to pick or to choose from the comprehension that I've read, the diminutives used in that comprehension, the feminine and the masculine nouns used in that comprehension. Thank you so very much for listening. Let's not forget before I go to keep our masks on and maintain the social distance. We also need to remember to sanitize every time. Remember, we are touching surfaces, we are touching desks, walls, and we are touching each other. So we need to sanitize and kill this virus. Thank you very much for now. Goodbye. See you in the next lesson.
Hi everyone, I'm Josh and I'm back. Even though the schools are closed, I thought about we can still do online classes, learning and reading. You can also do your schoolwork. Until next time, bye!